If you chose to do the Naruto character, you're going to see that it has a lot of shadow work. You can see it in the hair, right? This darker part of the yellow hair, even in the clothing. So this one's going to take a lot of precision and attention to details, but a lot of the same skills we've been using in each one of these is going to be used, right? We're still using Control Y to be able to see the outline while we draw. We're still using open and closed paths. For example, the nose and the little lines on the face are just lines, right? No fill. Overlapping things, using the shape builder, being really precise with our pen tool movement. Some of this is a little blurry. I tried to get a good resolution, but you should still be able to make out the basic shape. Okay. I think the hardest part of this is just a little extra line detail work in the shadows. A lot of shape builder and pen tool work in this guy. For his ear specifically, we are definitely keeping things open here to get the overall shape of the ear. I'm going to hit Control Y while I work to allow myself to really see what's happening here. Okay, and then I'll clean up my lines with my direct selection tool. The quick key is the letter A for direct selection and P for pen. So now I just have the black line. I'm going to do the same thing with the other part of his ear. Now I want to show you to make the shadow. It's the same idea. You're still tracing, except you're just making the color a little darker. So I'm going to move the lines I did over so I don't accidentally draw over them. And I'm going to just kind of make the base shape of what I'm seeing the shadow is. The shadow seems to go underneath these black lines. I'm just going to trace it out as best I can. And then I'll go back and clean it up. Again, I'm just hitting A on my keyboard really quickly to get swap between my tools. I'm going to steal this like darker beige color, and that's the shadow. I'm going to make the stroke a little thinner, a little even thinner than that. There we go. And I'm going to bring this shape backwards. Okay, that's how I would get the shadows. If I feel like things don't line up, this is the opportunity to clean things up as well, to make sure things are nice and lined up here. Then I would make the ear itself an open path. So the ear blends into his head. So I would just draw the line part for maybe about up to here. And I'm going to hit enter, clean up my lines a little bit, using Control Y to get those details really lined up to the original. And then I'm going to steal the skin tone and add a black stroke. And then send this backwards behind all the things I already made. Okay, I'm going to leave that open like that and then draw the rest of his face as another kind of shape. And I think that's going to be the best way to do this character, is really think about open versus closed. I'm not closing this line, so I'm just going to put the point here and then I'll move it over. Because I want them to overlap but not connect. And then I'm going to take the rest of his head, and it doesn't matter because I'm going to draw the headband, the hair, and all of that. So I'm just putting the head up to like here. And there we go. Now, because this is going to go behind the ear, you're not going to see that extra little line there, which is what I want. This is why it's nice to have this line be open, because we get that nice little gap between his skin and his head, because we didn't connect the ear to close it. Now we can go on and do all the details of the face. Again, this one is going to take a lot of detail work, but with a little precision and patience, right? And some tricks, like for example, make one eye, copy and paste, make the other one, and then just tweak that. I'm going to speed this part up so you can see the process. You notice that for the shadow, I'm not being really precise about the part that overlaps. I'm only worried about the part I'm seeing here. I'm going to steal this gray, and I'm going to use the shape builder for this and send this behind. Shape builder with the eye and the gray part. Hold down shape builder, hit Alt to get rid of that extra piece there. And now I'll get the shadow that you see in the original. I'm going to send it behind his pupil as well. Right, if I feel like it's too intense, the opacity on the side just means how see-through something is. I can take it down a little. That way it looks a little bit more like the actual eye. Okay. Now for the other, I'm going to repeat the same technique. When you're done with your Naruto, you're going to select the entire thing, group it, and move it over to the area that says Caliente on the side artboard.